25 years ago, I got into the search business. I spent my first 7 at a firm in Culver City, California, leading the build of their pharmacy division. 0 to millions in fees in under 2 years. I relocated to Montana, went independent, and built my own desk. That was 18 years ago. Since then, no partners, no staff, no investors. One phone, one database, one operator. That's the solo sovereign model. I've worked through every market cycle since 2000, and I'm still here. Same model, same fundamentals. I'm telling you this because the system I'm about to describe isn't theory. It's what I actually do every day. Before we go further, and this applies whether you've been in the workforce for 20 years or 20 days, I need you to answer some things. Are you working harder than you were 5 years ago and owning less of the results? Did you build real expertise in an industry, spend years earning it, and then watch a layoff decision get made about you in a conference room you weren't even invited to? Are you generating revenue for someone else, whether that's a firm taking half your billings or a company paying you a fraction of the deals you close? Or maybe you're earlier in the story than that. Here's what I want you to understand. You don't need 20 years of experience or even industry expertise to run this system. Some people begin with deep domain knowledge. Many, including me, began with none at all. Expertise in this business isn't something you wait to acquire. It's something you will build through conversations, repetition, and exposure to the market itself. If you're willing to get on the phone before you feel ready, ask intelligent questions, and stay in motion, the market will teach you faster than any classroom ever could. The search standard shows you how to enter that process, starting exactly where you are, and build your own desk before someone else's structure defines your path for you. Survival is no longer sufficient. Ownership is. Every industry has talent gaps. Search is the discipline of bridging them, whether the talent is clinical, technical, operational, or executive. You identify who's missing, find the person, and connect that individual to the organization that needs them. That's the search business. The fundamentals don't change, but the market does. I work healthcare, a $6 trillion market, structurally essential, and always hiring. That's where I operate, but the model I built doesn't live in healthcare. It lives in the mechanics of search itself: engineering, logistics, technology, energy. Anywhere talent has real market value, it works. The opportunity lives in 2 places: the top 10% of performers, the ones every organization is competing for regardless of market conditions, and the hard-to-fill roles, where geography or scarcity creates a gap no internal team can close. Both generate significant fees, both require the same discipline. There are over 20,000 recruiting and staffing firms operating in the United States. Search isn't a fringe industry. It's one of the largest professional service sectors in the country. You don't need to compete with all of it. You only need to own a small corner. Pick a sector, a niche within it, and a territory to own. That's where sovereignty lives. The search standard shows you exactly how to identify your corner, build the relationships inside it, and turn those relationships into sustainable income. The solo desk is efficient: a phone, a computer, and a private intelligence database that belongs entirely to you. Monthly overhead, under $300. You secure the job orders, you find the talent, you run the desk. Inside the search standard, I teach you the full architecture: how to secure job orders, negotiate contracts, identify and qualify candidates, present those candidates, close them, invoice your clients, and collect your fees. You'll be doing the work immediately, building your desk while you learn it. The phone is not optional. You have 30 seconds to build trust on a cold call, and if you can do that, the door is wide open. Some placements come from candidates I meet that same week. Others come from conversations that started years earlier. When they were ready to explore new opportunities, the relationship was already built. Most recruiters work the market the way the internet shaped it to be worked. Job boards, LinkedIn, inbound leads. The search standard model is built on an entirely different foundation. The phone. Real conversations, real relationships. That's market intelligence that never shows up in a database. You pick a sector, you pick a geography, you build. And when you own that corner, when you become the first call that gets made when an indispensable role goes unfilled, no algorithm replaces that. Choose your niche. I'll tell you how to build and source your own market database from scratch. If you do choose healthcare, you can skip that step. You get mine, a national directory of hospitals, skilled nursing facilities, and hospice organizations. Seasoned data I still work out of every single day. You will also have access to real recordings from my actual desk, high-stakes recruitment calls, the mechanics executed in real time. Nothing staged. You'll hear exactly what it sounds like when this works. The search standard wasn't built for a course. It was built for a desk. Some people watching this will recognize themselves in the work immediately. If you're still evaluating, wonderful. What matters most is whether you're willing to learn and execute on the mechanics. The investment is $2,699. That includes 2 seats. You can build this solo, or you could build it alongside someone you trust, a former colleague, a classmate, someone who's been waiting for the right opportunity. The second seat exists because some people work best when someone they trust is building alongside them. Same system, same independence. Either way, the desk belongs to you, not to a firm, to you. You can build this into something significant, or you can work 10 to 20 hours a week and reclaim your time. Both are legitimate outcomes and both start the same way. 6 months of focused execution to build your foundation. I'll be with you every week on live Zoom calls to refine your approach, answer questions, and help you keep moving forward. The internet transformed the economics of independent work a generation ago. A single operator can now access tools, information, and markets that were once reserved for large organizations. New technologies continue to lower the barriers, but the trend has been underway for years. One person can build and manage what once required an entire team. The tools exist. The infrastructure is accessible. What once required permission, overhead, and layers of management can now be built and operated independently. Some professionals are recognizing this and building independent practices. The traditional career path, show up, climb the ladder, collect a pension, that's been narrowing for a long time. The people who see that clearly are making different decisions. Control of your own economic output has become an essential professional skill, not a side hustle, not a backup plan, the primary strategy. Automation doesn't build trust. The phone does. And trust is the only currency that compounds. If you want to understand the mechanics more deeply, the frequently asked questions below answers every question I would expect you to have. The system is established. If it's for you, you'll know.